All the time when we are using clutch pedal, we hear strange noise like this. Now let's figure out what's wrong with it. Patrick's garage. Now let's look more closely and observe our pedal unit in details. Our pedal all the time hits this pedal stop, this part called pedal stop. So all the time our pedal when it returns hits this pedal stop, which made out of steel. We should be a little bit creative and figure out something. Let's look what should be here. A piece of rubber, you see, 20 millimeters. And when it worn, it falls down and it starts clunking. And we're not gonna go and buy anything to solve this problem. We can take a piece of hose with appropriate inside diameter, and probably it will be enough. You see this pedal unit in good condition because this car not driving around on salty roads, and by pedal condition we can judging about mileage and where car was used. Maybe it was used in country not so worn brake pedal. Salt not create too big damages in rusting on this pedal leg. So probably this pedals was used in a not salty area, and it not so often stop and go like in a city. Well, this car was from small town. I bought it more than 10 years ago. And thanks this we can observe this unit in details. And now we can figure it what we can do to force it to walk not noisy. And the thing is, probably nothing we can do other than to find this piece of rubber, as they say, 20 millimeters, they say in their catalog, details catalog. And it's probably what I'd advise to you. And I got nothing against doing something by our own hands, you know. But if we're doing something by our own hands, we must be cautious. And because most likely it probably will not so much as in case with original parts from car manufacturer. Probably somewhere these parts accessible, but you take a time for searching them. And old horses are easy to source, and costs for old horses are much lower, if not even nothing, if we compare with original parts. And in a lot of cases it will not be less sturdy than original. And this part not vitally important. But even this simple part should fit correctly. And we're not going to pay overprice for these simple parts. But we should measure diameter and length of the hose which need for this stopper, and not going to insist using millimeters. So whether you like it or not, we got measuring in inches. And in catalog they say that this length should be 20 millimeters. So you're probably looking at any substitute. this pedal unit with the lowest mileage which I can find. And year doesn't really matter. Here as you see inch size bolts and how spring should be fitted correctly. Return spring for pedal, take notice how it should be installed. Inside the bushings, special plastic made bushings. And here is a nut, and we see another bolt from another manufacturer, as we noticed. Now in markets online, very often an old car parts doesn't comply to its high price. So now we hardly can find anything. Let's look at our current condition and where is our clutch pedal stopper. Here hardly can see anything, and here is the stopper, and it of course without this piece of rubber hose, and we need to try to reach this stopper with piece of hose. And since we here we can observe what here under the dashboard. You see primer from factory and a lot of dirt. And here is additional airways which goes to the side windows. And by the way, pedal unit not in so pristine shape as this one. So I found this piece of hose in messy garage, so somehow we can pull it on to our stopper and will not be so annoying sound, and it very well could be related. Truly say this was dumbest idea to using this bolt as a stopper. See pedal unit body in this place a little bit bended, and more than this it can be twisted off with the time. But they always implement a very dumbest improvement in this car. Their inventions, their improvements, weakest point by the way. So turns out this piece of hose very adaptable for this stopper, exactly how we intended, and all as we expected. And so pedal way will not cramped in. So you can easily find this piece of hose in a garage if you, like me, who collect everything. We can use any additional fixation stop if we want, and we pull on. It should be snug and tighten up. Here you see a result of installation. Of course, all this will be completely hidden. Of course, as you can guess, this pedal unit has a pattern, hardly to do anything under the dashboard. So years ago I bought parts, so I want to stockpile the parts which can be neat. Now let's look how it's working with this piece of hose. Not so horrible as it was before, but of course we always expect perfection. Now look how it sitting here. You see this piece of hose into its correct place. Will be better to pull it more deeper, but there's enough to look at the difference, so not so horrible. This construction looks as indestructible. Pedal legs starting to rot here, but it's so solid that we don't care. Little rusty, but still pretty solid. Actually, it's not in that bad shape. I don't know that anybody replaced it. They generally lasted forever. This pedelec not made out from plastic like in modern ones. There is a venerable Swedish steel which can last forever. These pedal units are so well made, just made to go and go. And you never find them in warehouse now just because you don't have to.